Has being cooped up in close quarters with your family been difficult? Does the coronavirus test your ability to forgive and forget? In today's Gentle Soul meditation, we're going to travel back to ancient Jerusalem and visit the disciples of Jesus who are in lockdown. Hello, my name is Bill Kemp. Each week I provide a short message that is relevant to where we are in the midst of today's pandemic. In John chapter 20, Jesus' disciples are gathered in a locked room. It's Easter evening, and they are afraid to go outside, just as we are today. Suddenly, Jesus is with them. Yes, the door is still locked, and the security system armed. No, Jesus isn't wearing a mask. The first thing Jesus says is, "Peace be with you." Notice he doesn't criticize them for locking him out. He doesn't chastise them for being afraid to go outside. No, instead he gives to them the gift of the Holy Spirit. He tells them that they have the power within themselves to be agents of forgiveness, that they can use this Holy Spirit to build an authentic and loving Christian community. I picture the disciples nodding as Jesus says this. They had been on the road together for 3 years. I bet whenever they quarreled, Jesus used the situation as a teachable moment. He told the disciples that they had the power within themselves to forgive each other. I believe that Jesus wants each of us to use this time of self-quarantining to learn how to use that same power. 5 or 6 times a day, we must stop, breathe, look for the forgiving and appropriate response to make to those who challenge our patience. We must intentionally restore the loving community of our homes. Jesus says, "Peace be with you. If you forgive the sins of any, they are forgiven." Church groups where they meet and worship in person or in some socially distanced fashion are to be peacemaking organizations. The power to forgive already resides in our hearts. Receive the Holy Spirit. Breathe. You have the power to forgive. 50 days after Jesus gives his disciples this locked room lesson on forgiveness, the day of Pentecost arrives. On Pentecost, the disciples left their isolation and went public with the gospel. This is also known as the birthday of the church. In 2020, it will be celebrated on May 31st, but mostly in small groups. Despite our human desires, it may yet be another 50 days before the churches can hold public worship safely. Certainly, Pentecost-sized crowds of 3,000 are unhealthy. Note that Jesus first taught the church how to be a lockdown group, building intimate community and practicing forgiveness, before he trusted them to lead larger public gatherings. I'm wondering if God isn't teaching the church the same lesson today. What about our nation? Have we lost sight of the fact that the power lies within us to forgive each other? Neither party wanted the coronavirus to intrude on their political process. Both parties have tried to make hay with it, though, and neither has been helped by it. Being forced to forgive those who we are isolated with may be good practice for healing the partisan divide of our nation. That, at least, is my prayer. Come, Holy Spirit, come. Or as Jesus said, "Peace be with you. If you forgive the sins of any, they are forgiven." Amen. That's the good news. For text of this message, go to www.billkemp.info. You can also find help for these troubling times at www.morethantheflu.com. Stay safe.